Welcome to the wonderful world of old sheet music. I'm your host, Nicholas Carroll. Tonight I'm looking at this piece called Banjo Pete. As you can see, there he is playing a banjo on a crate, waiting for a boat to come and take him wherever he's going. This is by Mary Ruth Jesse. This is clearly a educational piece or a teaching piece, as you would call it. And on the back, we have an advertisement from Willis Music about somebody named George Anson. And they're bragging up how they have gotten him to curate kind of various groups of pieces for piano books they're going to be selling. Anson, they say, is George Anson, a faculty member at the University of Oklahoma. So he didn't really catch on. You don't really see books with his name on them too often. I've never seen one. So I guess, they have a long list here of all these Anson introduces different composer series, but those didn't seem to catch on like some other pedagogical books have. But anyway, Willis Music, of course, is still around. They were from Cincinnati, Ohio, and they print still a lot of music. They are now owned by Hal Leonard, I believe. So they are still around, though. They still use the name Willis Music on some of the imprints that they put out. So we have a fairly simple looking piece. It says it's moderately fast. Somebody definitely played this because you have some pencil in there, 1, 2, 3, 4, where somebody was supposed to count that the correct way. This is kind of like late elementary if you had to classify it. It says no pedal here, and it has a few other things written in pencil. It's from 1961. So let's see how Banjo Pete sounds. So there's Banjo Pete. Now, if you were the piano teacher here, I would say I would select this piece for a student if I was trying to teach about ledger lines, because they have some abnormally high ledger lines in here. Like, you normally wouldn't write a G that way, unless you're specifically trying to teach somebody about those ledger lines, because there's not really any necessary reason to write it that way otherwise, because there's not a whole lot of other notes or anything. So I would say that's probably the intention here, was to teach maybe about eighth rests as well, because there's a good bit of those kind of rhythm, but also the ledger lines. I thought it would be a good recital piece for a kid. I've had a good tune, and I got a couple different of those techniques out there. You might not really appreciate what this is about, like the guy sitting there waiting for his boat anymore, but still, I think it does sound kind of like banjo, so I can't knock it for the name. So Banjo Pete.